What's going on, YouTube? I am doing a review on this Voodoo Tactical Universal Surgical Kit. Comes in coyote tan, picture's green, but I've got the coyote tan version. And it's a surgical kit for minor surgeries, stitching up a cut, something like that. And I'll see if I can get this in focus. I don't think you're gonna be able to read it, but comes with the bag, one 6-inch wound probe with eye, one 3.5-inch stitch scissors, one 5.5-inch bandage scissors, 5-inch straight forceps, one 5-inch curved forceps, number 3 scalpel handle, one scalpel blade, one pupil flashlight, 2 Providine prep pads. Not sure, Providine, I don't know. Povidine. There's no R there. So, Povidine prep pads, 2 alcohol prep pads, 2 sanitation wipes, 1 suture, 1 3.5-inch splinter tweezers, 1 triple antibiotic ointment. And this is just, I guess, a basic, for very, very minor things, but would not hurt to have one. I picked this up at Academy. It was $29, so $30, and not too bad. I was looking on eBay, been looking around for a suture kit, and about cheapest you can find is around $30. So let's get it open and get into it. Sog knife again. Comes in this nice waterproof packaging. If I wasn't doing a review on it, I'd probably just leave it in this packaging, but I don't know, maybe not, because you're gonna use this in a emergency situation, you'd want it to be handy and ready. So I'll probably just attach it to my bug out bag or something. But let me see if I can get this in here. And that's good. So you can pause it and read everything. But it's Voodoo Tactical. I got it at Academy. I believe I already said that, but it's just something I've seen. So let's get into it. It's got some pretty nice buttons, like you would see on military style packs and whatnot. Pretty decent. They snap in there. Pretty good lockup. This one is for attaching it to Molly. It looks like it's got some type of polyurethane spacer in here to keep it straight. Keep it stiff. That's not bad. I guess you could hook this up through your Molly straps on your bug out bag or tactical vest, whatever you may have. And the internals, these right here kind of fold open. I kind of wish I would have just built one, but seeing it in the store, thought it'd be a good idea to pick it up. Flashlight, not even an LED flashlight. I guess it's good for checking people's pupils. So we got a flashlight. I guess these are some type of I guess these are the forceps, they call them. Basically, you'd use these to pinch off a vein or something that won't quit bleeding. They lock, so you can lock it down and be free to do something else that you need to do. you got a set of curves, so if you had something else you needed to do, you could use these curved ones. I guess to get down in places you can't get with the other ones. So we got curved, straight forceps, and this here is the wound probe with an eye in it. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on what this is for. Probe means pretty much you're gonna stick this in somebody's wound, I guess, to feel around for bullets or push tissue out of the way to get to a bullet or something like that. I'd imagine that's what that's made for. You got some scissors here, trauma shears. Not really that great. I might replace these with some actual trauma shears. I don't know how good they are, sharp they are. They look like they're relatively sharp. Actually, kind of. Yeah, they are pretty sharp. Cutting gauze, stuff like that. Same goes for these. Yeah, these are pretty sharp. I guess you can cut smaller pieces of tape or something. You can use this to cut tape too if you want. I've got an actual pair of trauma shears in my medical bag. I'll probably throw in here instead. Get some long tweezers, pointy tweezers, and see if I can get that in there. They are sharp, good for splinters, whatnot. I'm guessing this is something to do with the sutures, I'd imagine. I've never got stitches in my life, so I don't really know how that process works. Here's a scalpel blade or surgical blade. Got one. This triple antibiotic ointment, I'd probably take this out and put an actual, like a tube of it in here, like Neosporin or something. I use a lot of Great Value triple antibiotic ointment. And this is just an alcohol prep pad, I guess. Some type of cleaning pad. Another cleaning pad. And these are it's iodine prep pad is what this is, that word that I couldn't pronounce properly. But we always just call it iodine. And got 2 packets of that, not bad. 2 alcohol prep pads. And these are the sutures. And it's nylon monofilament 3/0 suture. So I guess if you really needed to stitch somebody up, you could. Honestly, I'm guessing that probably shouldn't be. There's probably a needle in here. I'm not gonna open it because there's only one. So maybe if I cut myself open, I'll make a video of it. Doubt I'm gonna be sewing myself up because most cuts I just use butterfly tape or smaller cut strips of tape. It seems to help out a lot, and I'm really not sure what this is. I'm trying to figure it out right now, actually. Scalpel handle. That's what this is. So I'm guessing your scalpel blade would come on, slide into this crack here. But that's what that is. That's the scalpel handle. But for $30, not a bad little kit. I like this little case it comes with. It folds up and you can put it in your bag, whatever you want to do. But that is my review on this Voodoo Tactical medical kit, surgical kit. Honestly, if I had a choice and could do it over again, I wouldn't buy this. It's not too bad, but for the price, you really don't get a lot of stuff. This stuff right here, you can buy these, sorry about that, you can buy these angled forceps or angled pliers, whatever you want to call them. You can buy these all day long at an Army Navy store. If you have an Army Navy store near you, which most of us do, a lot of people do. The nearest one to me is about 45 minutes, and I could run up to the Army Navy store and buy one of these for $1. There's $1 a piece for these. Same thing goes for those straight ones. These trauma shears, you know, they're $1. Haven't seen any of these little probes. That's, you know, I guess that's less common in some places. I guess used ones are hard to come by, and a lot of these that you find at the Army Navy store are going to be they're going to be not used, but they would be old Army surplus, just meaning that's, you know, it's old stuff that never got used, and they just had too much of it and sold it to make some money. And anyway, so it's $1, $2, $3, about $5-10 worth of scissors and stuff. These iodine prep pads and stuff and all that. You can get a whole tube of this at Walmart for 88 cents or something like that, $1. And you get a lot more than that, a lot more use out of it. So I would suggest, you know, building your own kit. It is cool that it comes with this, you know, this whole bag and everything. But, you know, like this, the sutures, you can buy the sutures on eBay, single sutures, and just kind of build your own little kit. I honestly believe that you could build a kit nicer than this one for less money. You just might not get this fancy Voodoo Tactical bag, folding, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, he's going this way. You might not get this fancy bag, but in my opinion, this bag is not really worth, you know, what they're trying to sell it for. It's just not worth it when you can do it cheaper. And I'm a cheap guy, so a lot of my equipment and stuff is on the cheap side, and you shop around, look around. You know, I thought this was going to be a nice kit. I mean, it looked like it had a good bit of stuff from the package. Another thing is, I just noticed it says on here, on this on the actual flashlight in the picture, I don't know if you can see it. The flashlight in the picture's got little dots on it, I guess to show you how dilated somebody's pupils are, if you don't already know by looking at them. And here's a flashlight that it actually came with. It doesn't actually have any reference chart on it at all. Just something to think about. Might not matter to you. You might be a professional and know what you're doing, and maybe you don't need that little chart, but it'd be nice to have. Anyway, you can also get these little surgical kits at an Army Navy store. They got them there. I think they're about $40, but everything in them is outdated, so I wouldn't suggest using them. The sutures probably wore out, you know, just over time. They might still be good. I wouldn't chunk everything in it, but for about 40, 45, somewhere in that price range, you can buy a kit that's actually bigger than this. It's called an IFAC kit. It's basically just for you, and or if you need to help somebody. But for $45, I would just go that route. and sometimes you can find them on eBay for 30. But a lot of it's not used. It's just old stock is what they would call it, and it's just old military stuff that soldiers may have had in Iraq and you know didn't need it, or some of it's even as old as Vietnam, and you see it a lot of old things, but it's worth buying the bag because with this kit you're literally just pretty much buying this little mat that is folding bag or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much all you're buying. The stuff that's in it's really not that great, and you figure it all up and you can build your own kit a lot better than this one. And maybe one day I'll do a video on building my own kit and show you that when I get some more people watching it. And anyways, let me know in the comments below what you think. And this is Greer Boy Productions, and I'm signing out. Have a good day.